And... Ooh, welcome back to...
Welcome to
Yes.
Really Not Really.
Really Not Really, the podcast where you have hosts that are... What was it?
That have the face for radio.
We have the face for radio. All right, so this is the Really Not Really. We're...
Podcast.
Yeah, this is not...
Trademark, TM.
This is really not episode 1 either. We recorded an episode last week, but what happened, Leslie?
But there was too many pauses. There's just, it needs too much editing to actually be usable.
Yeah.
Or to not be crap, basically.
Yeah, it was kind of crappy, so we're hoping this is better, and I'm still editing the other one. See, this is what I'm happy.
What? What? What are you saying? You just had a tiny bit of Jack and Coke.
I had a stroke. I had 2 sips of Jack and Coke, and this is what happens to me.
That's what happens there. That's what happens when you don't drink your entire life.
Yeah, when you never drink except for these occasions, this is what happens. Anyways, I'm Rene Martinez, your host, and with me is...
Eduardo.
Just like the first episode, he's not going to give his last name.
Because too many people know me online.
What the...
I'm internet famous.
Okay, calm down. Anyways, if you guys can hear...
But I want to say homo.
Oh, Kendrick Lamar? Gotcha. Okay, anyways, if you guys can hear this, it's because I have a story to tell for this week.
Why do you have an arm brace?
Okay, thank you. For the listeners that are not watching me put on an arm brace, it's because at work, I decided to not be humble and bring down a very, very heavy item for a customer. He's like, oh, you need help? And I'm like, nah, not being humble. And my tibula, is that the tibula radius? One of those.
Your funny bone.
It straight up popped out of my socket. Like, it popped. The loudest pop ever. I felt not the good kind of tingles.
How did you do that? How did you manage that?
It was bad. Like, it was bad. I don't know if it's dislocated. It popped loud.
Yeah, you dislocated your goddamn tibula.
The customer heard and he like freaks. He's like, oh my God, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't want to get fired. I'm not gonna, because I'm not supposed to be handling it by hand. I'm supposed to bring an electrical ladder, get up there, bring it down, and give it to him. Yeah. It's too much time, too much hassle. I'm not about it. So
OSHA's gonna have a word with you.
So I bring it down, and this dude's like, my arm explodes, and then he's like, "Are you okay?" Dude, I sucked up my pride. I'm like, I'm good, dude. I'm good. Still grabbed it, still wrung him out, still fixed everything out. My arm was in pain the entire day, but I didn't say the word. I'm like, this is it was also my last day. Remember, it was my last day.
It was your last day.
I was not about to let some dislocated elbow ruin my last day of work there. So I sucked it up. Next morning, can't move it. The next morning, I can't move it. The next morning, I can barely move it. I tell my girlfriend. She takes me to CVS pharmacy. We get ourselves some numbing spray. I spray it on there because I can't sleep. Buy this expensive ass brace. Too expensive, to be honest.
Yeah, why are they so expensive?
Dude, it's like $30. It's just man, I don't know. Honestly,
it's Big Pharma. Big Pharma.
Yeah, the Big Pharma. We'll speak about that in another episode. Dude, the 99-cent store version works just as fine. But I kind of wanted to go.
But you want to spoil yourself.
I want to spoil. My girlfriend bought it for me, so she wanted to spoil me. She was worried I couldn't move my arm. Anyways, yeah, that was.
At least you're left-handed.
I'm not. I don't know what gave. I don't know what gave you that idea.
Did you say you were ambidextrous?
I am. There you go. I am ambidextrous. What did you say?
Ambidextrous.
Dude, Jack and Coke. What you put in here?
All right. Well, let's take another sip.
Ooh.
It's not as smooth as the mezcal we had last time.
Yo, so last time for the second episode now, we had mezcal, which was delicious, right?
It was really smooth. It went down easily, and it got us fucked up.
Yeah, so
made us slur too much.
So while editing the podcast from last week, just noticed we were slurring a bit. I mean, I already slur, and I'm already incoherent as it is.
Yeah.
So, let's just try to enunciate this time. So this is, again, for our new listeners, aka that one listener. We make that joke all the time.
Yeah.
Welcome back, no one.
Welcome back. Casper's ghost.
No
so not even Casper.
Dude, you know what's funny? I posted this is We joke that no one's gonna listen to it, but I gave you a sample of your own podcast on Saturday. No, what was it? Monday. This is your own podcast that we worked hard on, episode 1. And what is it now? Friday? And you haven't listened to it?
I've been busy.
You've been busy, but how long is that sample I gave you?
He said it's 1 minute.
It's a minute.
That's how bad it is. He had to tell me how long it was.
It's 1 minute sample, and you refuse to listen to your own fucking podcast. How do you expect anyone to listen to this crap, dude? I'm the only one that has to listen to it because I'm editing it.
Okay, no, look, I've been busy, but with game development, like actual. We've been making an actual like small little game right now. It's just bare bones, and we just need everything else.
Look at me straight in the eye. Are you fucking serious? Or are you just?
I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's we?
So it's Mark and Omar. So
3 of you fucking weirdos.
So the nerdy people we know.
Yeah, the nerdy. So for those of you who don't know, this guy and the 2 fellas he just named are the 2 most nerdiest people I know.
Let's not talk about that right now.
No, we're not gonna talk about it. Anyways, what are we gonna talk about today?
Today we're gonna talk about the coronavirus.
We're not gonna talk about the coronavirus. This is not the episode. Honestly,
what are we talking about then?
Honestly, we have nothing to talk about. I have notes this time.
All right.
Another mistake we made the last time. We didn't have any notes.
Yeah. Or today we actually have notes. With notes today. Oh wait, let me tell the story of how I almost died yesterday.
Okay.
All right. So yesterday in the morning for breakfast, my dad bought chorizo, right?
Ooh, chorizo.
For those who don't know, that chorizo is just it's a meat that's heavily spiced, and it tastes delicious. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. It's just
delicious
fucking sausages.
I eat, yeah, kind of like sausages. I eat that with some
egg,
some really spicy like guacamole. Like,
oh shit.
Yeah, and it was delicious. But then a few hours later, while I was cleaning my room, a little bit of throw up went into my mouth. You know how like sometimes you just get a little bit, a tiny bit of throw up into your mouth, and you just swallow it like. You're like, it's a tiny bit. It's not gonna hurt you. You just like force it back down.
Acid reflux, right? A little bit of throw up.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what other way to say it.
I'm not a.
And apparently, from what I felt was, I think a little burp bubble went with the goddamn tiny bit of throw up. So when I got to the top of my esophagus, the burp bubble exploded right at the edge of where your pipes divide. So I got quite a bit of vomit inside my lungs. So for a good half an hour, I was just coughing up like
vomit and mucus
from my lungs.
Okay, so we both almost died this fucking week, right? Some of us were breaking arms at work, and the other one's inhaling his own throw up.
Hey, at least mine won't have any lasting effects.
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna get better, dude. I don't know if I should go to the doctor.
I think that's gonna get better. I do not think that's gonna get better.
It was getting better. Yesterday I felt good, and then today at work I was pulling something, and it felt like, like a suction, like
suction.
Okay, think of like the bone, like this is like a humerus, right? This is the humerus, like my bicep bone for those of you. The humerus. I don't know, dude. I haven't taken anthropology in a while. And
wait, it's never mind. I was gonna say, isn't that the study of animals?
That's what the. All right, clearly, don't take it seriously. Anyways, the radius. I think it's the radius or one of the other bones, like pulled away from the fucking what do I call it? A humerus. And it felt like a suction effect. It felt like it kind of got separated and it numbed my hand. So I was left-handed for the entirety of that day today at work. I was driving a forklift, smashing into everything.
What the fuck? Are you not fired?
I don't know, dude. Dude, I like Austin Powers it multiple times. It was really bad. Anyways, yeah, I'm left-handed, but look, I'm swinging it around. It kind of feels better now that I have the brace on.
Yeah,
But
good thing you're ambidextrous.
I really am, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm actually really ambidextrous. What?
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous. I think I said that correctly. You don't.
Something like that.
Something like that. I can use.
We're kind of illiterate.
I could jerk off with both hands. There you go.
That's all that matters.
All that matters.
Honestly.
Anyways, dude,
That's half an ounce like of Jack and Coke gets you like this.
2 sips of Jack and Coke. I can't get to the first talking point I have on my notes. I'm gonna sip one more time. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, let's go. One more time.
Dude, got it. There you go. That's some good fucking Jack, dude. Shout out to my man. His name is Fernando. Is my ex coworker.
Mm-hmm.
He recommended me the Jack and Coke apple one.
Apple.
Yeah, I know. It's really good.
Mm.
I don't know. He's from Florida. Okay.
Okay.
He's from Florida. He knows this shit. He's like he's living in North Carolina now. I don't know. He's gonna go to North Carolina. His girl's up there.
Somewhere in Carolina.
Dude, my boy knows his Jack. I'm just saying. All right.
All right.
So, okay.
For real, right?
Let me drink water before I forget.
Before you die.
Before I start saying some obscene shit, and I'm about to bleep the last.
You're gonna
hour.
bleep the whole like half an hour. We have to check over always recording. Too.
Yeah. No. By the way, I learned how to click that thing so I could follow it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So now we could see our progress.
Now there's no more worrying that
I'm more worrying that we're not recording any of the good bits. If there's any good bits.
Any good bits.
Okay. So, dude, first off, we already got. I was just gonna talk about.
I forgot my USB. I was gonna tell you to like send me the whole audio through via
Why?
USB.
Why do you want the whole audio? You don't listen to a minute worth of it. What makes you think you?
It'll get me more engaged if I could actually edit some of it.
Oh, you trying to edit some of it?
Yeah, just like the best bits.
Okay, and you're trying to just. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Oh, I'll just email it to you. I'll put it in my. Just download it from my drive.
Yeah. I'll just download it from Google Drive.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Look at you, Mr. Engaged. Okay. Motherfucker sends 1 goddamn minute. I'm like, dude, this is just an audio. So you gotta. I just want opinions. Does it sound good? Is the quality good? You know. Nothing, and I know you saw it. I saw your little bubble. You saw it, and I'm thinking, okay, well, he doesn't have an opinion, dude. Everyone else gave their fucking opinion. I'm like, what about the co-host? What do you think? No, dude, I've been too busy. Too busy. I haven't heard it. What the fuck?
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck, dude? It don't matter.
No.
It doesn't fucking matter. It's not even done. This is really bad podcast. We're peeking all over the place. Anyway,
All right, no.
so
All
I
right,
got
yeah.
some. We're gonna go to the really serious stuff. Oh, I don't have any music for that. But,
all right. You didn't shout out.
oh yeah, dude. Fuck. Okay, shout out. Seriously, shout out to our lovely like Fiverr people. So I used Fiverr. We're not sponsored by Fiverr. Trust me.
We're not sponsored by anything.
One fucking view. We're not sponsored by Jack. We're not sponsored by Coke.
Wait, what's a water bottle name?
Kirkland. We're not sponsored by.
We're not sponsored by Kirkland. Or Sony.
Oh yeah, or our headphones are Sony. Those are actually nice. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna shout out to our Fiverr people, Jester, for our logo. Our lovely logo was made by Jester on Fiverr.
Honestly, it's really nice.
It's really nice. Hit him up. Seriously, he delivered way before like the time limit. Mm-hmm. He has several packages you could buy. I think like unlimited revisions if you don't like it. Don't be an ass. Don't make him redo it 70,000 times. Give him good notes and he'll deliver an awesome thing. I think he got it first try. Mm-hmm. I liked it. I'm like, don't mess with it. It looks good. I like it. Like, and it sits right with me, dude. And then Augusto Diniz, whatever.
Augusto.
I'll call him Augusto for now. He did the music, the little intro jingle you said. I like that too. He nailed it, man. I asked for, kind of jazzy, big band kind of thing. Like I said, think the Roots and what did I say? Family Guy intro.
And the Family Guy intro.
Fuse them and thinks 2 stupid people talking to no one. And that's
We're screaming into the void.
Oh, screaming, yelling into the void. Not even ourselves listen to this.
The void's so massive, there's no echo.
Fuck, I wish there wasn't. One of the reasons I don't have the other podcast out yet is because there's so much fucking echo.
That's because you're loud as fuck.
I am loud as fuck, dude. What can I say? I'm fucking loud.
You're fucking loud.
You give me a little sip of Jack and Coke and you can't control me. Anyways, first order of business I want to talk about, because I was reading about this during the week. I want your opinion specifically, because
tell me about it.
I always go to you for these kind of things. Confederate flag band. We talked about it in the first podcast, or second,
Yeah.
on the other podcast.
On the other podcast.
We talked about it. There's a Confederate flag band in NASCAR, of all sports.
Of all sports.
In NASCAR, and in the military, there's no more Confederate flags. That makes sense to me.
That makes sense for the military, honestly.
I agree with the military. Just I think we talked about this. There was so much mezcal. I don't remember what we talked about.
It was only 2 shots.
2 shots. That's enough, dude. That's enough when you don't drink. Anyways, the big one though, the big one. So this is the one that interests me because I kind of have a little bit of saying. I don't care about NASCAR. I don't watch NASCAR.
Yeah.
I don't care about Confederate statues that are brought down. I do have mixed opinions, maybe, kind of, but the one that kind of gets me, or it doesn't get me, it's just I have an opinion on it.
You think something about
That
it.
I think I actually have a saying, right? It's they're trying to change, and I think, was it Pelosi, Clinton, one of those bitches? Oh, shit.
One of those bitches.
Yo, I'm not political. We discussed this. We like politics, but we're not.
We're not into
We're
politics.
not right. We're not left.
We're just like there. We're not following any party lines.
This is a I don't know, whatever. We're getting into it. We're saying we're not a part of it. Anyways, yeah. So one of them said, "Ignore." I'm gonna cut this.
All right. I'm gonna make you not cut it. So people are gonna hear how stupid you sound.
Dude, I'm fucking stupid. Anyways, yeah. So they're trying to change the military bases names because most of them, a lot of the army ones, specific army. I don't know any of the other ones. I was in the army. For those of you know, very briefly, because my body decided to shut down.
Your body died.
Yeah, I have Crohn's disease. For those of you who don't know, I have Crohn's disease. Anyways, so I was very briefly in the military, and I was stationed at Fort Benning, which is named after Henry Louis Benning of the Confederate Army. So a lot of these like politicians and a lot of people are just kind of petitioning to rename these bases.
Rename them?
I mean, Fort Bragg, Hood, Benning. These are all they're bases in the South. So,
all right. All right, so tell me your opinion before I say mine, or do you want me to say mine?
just say your opinion.
Like honestly, they should not be renamed because that's their name, that's their history, like
Gotcha.
because like Fort Benning, right?
Yeah.
When was it established? Like,
Dude, I should probably know this. Like during, I don't know.
because if I remember correctly, a lot of the southern army bases that after the war they were just kind of taken over by the North, the actual U.S.
I mean, the Union. These are Union since the Civil War. It's been Union soldiers, U.S. soldiers, generations and generations of top. I mean, dude.
And also, like, you shouldn't really just because they were enemy, like not even enemy, just
they were enemies. I mean, traitors, right?
They weren't separatists, but would you really say they're traitors?
I'd consider them traitors. I mean, okay, so history is written by the victor. We won. They were traitors. I'd call them traitors, but they were our own people.
And also, like, there's a lot to learn from basically your enemies because
I agree with that.
Also, just like how in the Iraq wars, I think there were U.S. soldiers in Abrams tanks that had like pictures of what was the German like top tank commander?
Dude, I don't know. Oh my god, really?
Yeah, I forgot the name. Oh, god damn it! But basically, they had like little shrines to the German top tank commander, just because they learned a lot of tactics from him.
Gotcha. Okay. So
and when the enemy would like ask them, like captured soldiers were asking like, why do you have pictures of your enemies? And they're like, we learned a lot from them. They were the best. They were the best. We had to learn from them.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so here's my take on it. I agree with everything you said. Though in the whole like history behind it, and like you got to kind of preserve history even if it's negative because we need to learn from it. I agree with that. That's why I don't necessarily agree with the Confederate statues being torn down. Sure, you shouldn't have a Confederate asshole in a state capitol. Take them down, replace them with whatever you want. But keep that statue. Don't destroy it. Don't throw it down a river. I mean, put it in a museum. we need to teach people. It's like Auschwitz, whatever. Don't whatever is important, but you know what I mean. That thing's still there. You could still visit it. You get those asshole Instagrammers taking booty pictures,
of it. Yeah,
but it's important to have it there because we learn from history. We can't erase history, especially if it was negative, such as Nazi Germany or the slavery, the South, and just
or slavery or the Armenians.
Yeah, the Armenian genocide. I mean, just how this country got started, we shouldn't erase it. But I mean, I could see why they want to change the army bases, and I'm only going to specifically talk about army just because this is all I know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was at it's called the Maneuver Center of Excellence. Maneuver Center of Excellence. It was Fort Benning, Georgia. I was there, Georgia. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know Benning. I mean, I could have guessed Benning was a general, and in the South was a Southern general, meaning he probably fought for the Confederacy.
Yeah.
Right? I could have guessed that. While I lived in Fort Benning,
you lived there.
I wasn't thinking this is racist. You know, none of that. I mean, I think about this. How long did the Confederacy last? Like 5 years?
Yeah, it was really short.
Right. How long has Fort Benning been there? Like, way longer. The name Benning probably doesn't mean what it meant back then.
Mm-hmm.
I would wage very little soldiers. Maybe I'm wrong. Very little soldiers know where Benning comes from. They just know, hey, that's where infantry goes to.
That's where we went.
That's where the badasses come out, right? Right? That's where you go. That's where your armor, your military.
Bitch, stay humble.
Okay,
sit down.
Whatever. Oh, for those of you who don't, we listened to what is it? Stay Humble by Kendrick Lamar right before this.
Before this,
you're gonna get a lot of that. Anyways, in my opinion, man, I'm okay with either or. Right? I don't feel very strongly either or. I'm not gonna fucking go out there and.
Also, one more thing. I think if they wanted to change them, they should have changed them as soon as they got the bases.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like it's regret at this point if they want to.
Why are we changing them in 2020? You should have changed. Fuck Fort Benning. You should have named it Ulysses S. Grant Base. The Fort. You know,
Fort Grant.
Fort Grant. Right? I'm sure there's probably a Fort Grant.
Probably
We're probably stupid.
We are stupid.
We are stupid.
Really not really.
Really stupid. Yeah.
Really not really.
Really not really. Come on, guys. It's part of the. Anyways, yeah. You know, change it back then. It's too late now. How many generations of people who fought in World War II, Vietnam, Korea, Iraq?
It's been over a century.
Yes, and all these soldiers harken back to Fort Benning. That's where they started. This is where people go to, like specifically infantry. You know, those months and airborne.
Yeah,
all those people. You know, that have this history of American just lives that are lost, and these heroes that won us these wars, and we took down the Third Reich. And all these people, I'm also might be butchering history, whatever.
It's fine.
It's fine. Just for
it's a jack.
And all intent. Yeah, blame the jack. What do you call it? All these people come from Fort Benning, so if you change it, it's just kind of weird in 2020. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Some could argue it's never too late.
No, there's a point where it's just too late. You have to keep it. You have to keep it just for consistency's sake.
I like consistency. I do agree with consistency. I just think you have to keep it just because the history, it's kind of changed. I know the name started with the Confederate general, but
that's not where it ends.
I mean, yeah, for me, it's Fort Benning. It's where I spent my time in the army and where I met.
That's where you trained.
Yeah, it's where I met some of my longest friends. You know, some people that I really adore. The memories I've made, they're gonna stay with me forever.
That's where you literally became more patriotic.
Seriously, I mean, I was already patriotic before that. I'm really patriotic now. That doesn't mean I'm really patriotic. You know, for a lot of people, I'm not America. I'm not hating on Colin Kaepernick for just kneeling on the flag and all that. You know, whatever. I mean, freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
I agree with that. Again, politics. Get rid of them. Yeah. Not this episode, man.
Not this episode.
Not this episode. Anyway, that's what I want to start.
We'll talk about Hillary another episode.
We'll talk about fucking.
But that's when we're gonna put tinfoil hats on.
That's where we have literal tinfoil hats on. We're gonna put on. Anyways.
Oh, if you find us committing suicide and anytime in the next 2 or 3 years,
it wasn't suicide. All right, man. I got another talking point before I get it over to you. I want to talk about the economy, dude.
Oh, you've heard economy.
I mean,
literally, that's what I told you, that the economy is gonna tank as soon as coronavirus came out.
Dude,
do you remember that? Right?
I gotta beep that. Okay. Yeah,
no, it's been long enough.
It's been long enough. Anyways, I agree, man. I think the Ronas we all knew the economy was gonna tank. And I feel like a lot of us aren't feeling it, specifically because the stimulus. Okay, a lot of us are feeling it. That's actually a horrible thing to say. But I have one caveat that I dislike.
What?
Throughout the Rona. right? I kept my job throughout the whole Rona. I'm really grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not asking anything from the government. I'm not a fucking like, oh, I don't get it from the government. But unemployment people got $600 a week bonus. So this is not only
Bonus,
the God.
yeah.
That was a boost to whatever they normally get. So some people are getting $1,000 a week.
But no, that's only in California, no?
No, that's like countrywide, man.
Really? Was it countrywide?
Yeah. So imagine in California. Check this out. In California, it's probably in par, slightly more than a lot of minimum wage jobs. So you make more money in your couch than you do working. That's in California. Now imagine the Midwest. Imagine like the South, where people make $7, $9 an hour. You suddenly make $600 a week. Why the fuck would you go back to work? Well, they weren't thinking straight, dude. I mean, a lot of these. I mean, that's gonna caveat. It's gonna end the 31st of June.
Of June.
So this boost should end, and unless they're trying to pass the freedom bill and stuff like that. But fucking Mitch piece of shit McConnell is trying to like just kind of keeping that up the right. I don't know, man. I don't like again. Keep out of politics.
We don't know that much about that right now.
Both motherfuckers on both sides. I hate every single one of them. Anyways,
yeah,
the whole 600 thing. I think they're gonna throw that away because you can't fix an economy if people don't go back to work. People aren't gonna go back to work if they make more money in the couch, dude. I could be making more. I mean,
that's literally one of the arguments to take away welfare.
That is the argument, but it is. It's. I get the argument.
Yeah.
But this is where I was preparing my rebuttal.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with unemployment. I agree with some people didn't want to lose their jobs, dude. If the government tells you shut down, go home, right?
You have no choice.
You have no choice. The least they could do is help you. They gave us one check of $1,200. That's not enough. That's not even fucking rent.
That's not even enough for rent for most people. Like for anyone.
It's half of my rent, right? Let that sink in. They gave that like 3 months ago. We haven't heard a peep.
We haven't heard a peep. No, I've heard that there are rumors that there's gonna be another check, but that's in August.
Oh, dude, I'm like,
that's a century away. That's so long from now. We're not gonna. People who just rely on the stimulus check, they're not gonna be able to live until that point.
A lot of gig workers, man. A lot of these people who just kind of got screwed. College kids got screwed, right?
Senior high school students also got screwed.
Like people who are on like Social Security got screwed. I mean, nah, I don't think so. Again, we're really uninformed. Really don't take it seriously. This is anyway. We're just talking out of our ass. We're the common men. We're the common men. This is a common man's voice. This is a
common Neanderthal thought.
Yeah, actually, we'll talk about Neanderthal later. I got something to say about Neanderthal.
Yeah, something to say about that.
It's not what you think. Anyways, what's your thought? 600. Should it go? Should it stay?
It should go. Honestly, it's not something that's sustainable. And honestly, isn't it? Don't you have to pay it back? I think you do.
I don't know if you have to pay it back. You have to pay taxes on it though.
It's
counting as earnings, so you're gonna pay it at the end of the year for sure.
No. From what I've heard is they're gonna count it as a debt that you owe to the state.
Okay.
That's providing the money.
Okay, fair.
And they're gonna take it off from your taxes, and every year they're gonna take away more,
like chip at it.
Chip at it from.
Okay, fine. I mean, that's fair. They're helping you in your time of need. Actually, that's not fair. Help us out, man. Like, what do you call it? If you're gonna tell us to stay home for fucking, what is it now, 4 months?
And at least help us stay afloat.
Yes, help us stay afloat. Don't bail out the companies. Bail out the people. I've been saying I said that in the last podcast.
What was it? Who was it? Boeing, who basically took out a $1 billion bailout, and then they still fired half of their workforce.
Dude, okay, so my cousin, I don't know if it was Boeing. I think it was an airline company, not a
it was an airline. I think it was an American one.
I was gonna say Bank of America. American Airlines took the whole bailout, and they still fired everyone. So it's like that whole trickle down thing's bullshit. But Boeing. I'm still in betting. Boeing fired a bunch of people, including my cousin who just graduated. What is it? 3 weeks ago, he had like a whole thing set for Benning, I think.
Boeing.
Fuck Boeing. And that's gone now.
That's gone.
You know what I mean? Like, and dude, my cousin hasn't seen a peep of that unemployment stuff and stuff like that. It's like a million people.
He was a student.
He was a student. He wasn't working. He was a full-time engineering student who graduated, was gonna have like a direct. Oh my God.
You know how many people I've known that actually did not receive anything from the
nothing, dude. And it's like
stimulus checks.
If you're like under a certain amount of age, you're still a dependent, and your parents maybe got $500 for you, What is $500 in this economy? You graduated college with debt. You're thinking you're gonna do this. These big companies who are supposed to, when you bail them out, they're supposed to trickle down the economy, trickle down the money to us, create jobs. Isn't that? They fired everyone. They do the opposite. This is why this whole system is not working. This is why the stimulus should go to the bottom people. Because what are we gonna do? Spend it.
That's what you need for an economy.
That's what you need. You spending.
Spending is what drives an economy.
And you know who doesn't spend? Corporations. They save or invest with
or they send it offshore.
Or they send it fucking offshore to a tax haven somewhere. Sweden. I mean, we're looking at you, Sweden. Anyways, so
we're looking at you, Apple too.
Fuck you, Apple too. And then so it's like, yeah, I mean the whole system's rigged. I just wanted to hear about the whole 600 thing. I'm like, get rid of it.
Get rid of it, but like, it has to be weaned off.
You nailed it. I was gonna say gone.
If it's just gone, people are gonna.
Since we're kind of like
starve.
in a crescendo, opening little by little, you should be in a decreasing some of the benefits, like kind of like a slope going down. So what do you call it? It's just we kind of find an equilibrium to help the economy boost. And please, more stimulus checks. People need spending money. If you want the economy to go, if you want these small businesses that are at the brink, you need to give people money, incentivize them to go out and spend.
Who was the politician this year that was advocating for UBI?
My boy Andrew Yang.
Mr. Yang.
I actually have a podcast set up in my head, like in my notes.
For Andrew Yang?
Specifically for Andrew Yang and just kind of the elections in November. And I'm going to bring our buddy Hedos, who was he's
a big fanatic of...
He's a big like fan of Andrew Yang. He's actually a donator. He donated to his campaign.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he did. He was put his money where his mouth is. That's why I admire what he did. He even bought the merch. You saw the math hat?
Yeah. No, speaking about UBI, this is what really like drove people to see like, oh, maybe this whole UBI thing is not a bad idea. It's not something that...
Yes, right? And it's like...
That will sink us.
It's not a bad... Yeah, maybe it is sustainable. Maybe it is a good idea. Maybe $1,000 is not enough to survive like the 600 is. But it is enough to like...
To boost you. To
boost. Man,
give you a little boost to like start your own stuff.
Check this out, dude. If I had $1,000 right now and I wasn't in need, those extra $1,000, I could save them. But since we're doing this whole podcast thing, I would have already gone to maybe Sweetwater, or I have a local shop that I buy a lot of this kind of what you're seeing here that we're using for this podcast. I would already spend it on them. These are a local like sound shop. They give me good deals. But yeah, I would have already spent the money.
Supporting small businesses?
Yeah, supporting small businesses.
Oh, all right. Speaking about small businesses, that's a point I wanted to talk about today.
Bring it.
All right. So some of the ways that some of the small businesses are trying to stay afloat, like in these times, there's one I want to talk about specifically. There is a pizza van going around my neighborhood selling pizzas.
Around your... Wait, what pizza? What?
I think it's like Don Vicente, something like that.
Don Vicente's Pizza?
Don Vicente something's pizza.
Oh, shit. We're literally going... That's awesome.
They have a truck full... Like a little van.
Like an ice cream truck kind of deal, but with the van... Like a...
Yeah, stuck with... Like, the pizza are already cooked, right? And everything. They're just put in, like, heaters so that they don't get cold and they stay warm and hot. And you basically... They're going around like ice cream trucks, advertising their pizza and
playing music and shit, or no?
Playing music too. They're doing the classic Italian music that the whole music, and they're saying fresh pepperoni pizzas with fresh mozzarella for $4.99 and
wow, 5 hot and ready. So it's like Little Caesars at your doorstep. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, at your doorstep. And then they're saying specialty pizzas, so like meatballs or carne asada pizzas. I'm very spectacle about...
Spectacle?
No,
Give me some. You're very...
skeptical.
Skeptical. See, I told you Jax will make you think straight. You're very skeptical.
I'm very skeptical about carne asada, because carne asada is a thick cut of meat, honestly.
Okay, yeah. I mean, carne asada, and you don't know, maybe the way they prepare it.
Maybe the way they prepare it.
It is kind of thick and maybe a little chewy sometimes. It's
for $6.99.
Wow. Around your neighborhood.
Around my neighborhood. They're going around through the whole neighborhood.
Every day?
It's not been every day, because I am pretty sure they go to other neighborhoods.
Okay.
So every week.
Where they at, bro? I could use a carne asada
and like
pizza
that's something I like, that they're just trying. to live.
Yes, man. Yes, I have a small business myself, right?
Yeah.
I won't say it just because for now. I mean, maybe it'll come out later. And you know, this is my livelihood. Like I work a minimum wage job while I'm in college, but I also work kind of a part time. But I run my
just
own
be careful because the IRS is gonna take any.
IRS is gonna get
IRS gonna get you.
IRS gonna get this ass, dog. Anyways, I mean, mine is difficult because it's literally in the law that my work, because I work in, let's just say I work in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Not a stripper. Promise. My avenue.
Not really. No.
Really?
Not really.
But my avenue, like my actual industry, is completely shut down. It's barely going up, and I'm actually getting inquiries for my job and customers, and it's finally slowly, dude.
Finally trickling up.
I could see the cobwebs kind of like going away, and just kind of the gears running. And I'm already talking to my business partners, and we're just kind of making this thing run. And we're excited because the problem is the season's over. A lot of these businesses like mine and a lot of these people, they rely on summer, especially here in California and we're LA and these kind of like
entertainment centers. Yeah.
We're like we rely on what do you call it? People coming overseas.
Tourists.
Tourism is big here. We rely on just summer gigs and stuff like that. You know, summer's a big like economical melting like point for here in California. Specific my business, summer's the hot spot. Like I'll make my money. IRS don't cut me during this time. And winter's really slow. Most of the time, winter's really slow. But it's no worries. Summer, usually I'm not in school. This is a perfect time I would invest my whole time, my whole effort into this.
Yeah.
Make as much money as possible, and then that's done. The problem here is the Rona's killed that. The problem with LA is that a lot of people aren't going to be traveling, man. A lot of people aren't coming here.
A lot of people are going to stay at home.
A lot of people aren't going to stay at home, dude. Like, gyms reopened. I'm not going back to that bitch yet. Like,
Who opened?
The gyms, dude. Like,
the gyms. Wait, really? They opened?
24. I think they opened the 22nd, but they're already sending out their
things.
Their notifications.
Yeah.
Dude, 24-hour hit me up, and I'm like, nah,
man, I'm good.
I'm good, bro. I mean, dude, gyms are already dirty enough.
But the thing is, like, people that are doing fucking cardio. They're gonna be breathing out,
dude. In the circulator room, I'm not down.
Her room was like,
I mean, dude, I'm sure I'm healthy enough to survive the Ronas. I do have Crohn's, but I'm pretty good.
I'm pretty sure you'll survive.
I'll survive it. I'm not scared. I'm scared for my parents, especially my dad who's in dialysis. But I'm not going to the gym. I'm fine. I bought my own gym equipment. I work out at home. I'm kind of busy. It's fine. I'll do a little run, some Pilates. I'm kind of homo like that.
You're metrosexual.
Metrosexual. But yes, dude, the whole pizza thing. I don't even know where we're going with this. The whole pizza thing. The whole
just how businesses are trying to survive. They're doing their best to claw themselves out of the goddamn poverty.
I'm putting I'm on OfferUp, dude, trying to get this thing running. I feel them so much because like we're all here trying to survive.
There were also some like people that got ice cream trucks, and instead of doing the pizza thing, they were actually just selling like general store items.
Gotcha. So they're selling like toilet paper and soap.
Toilet paper.
That's genius. I actually thought about that. You know, me and my cousin were gonna do this. It's over because the gyms are over. The gyms are open, but me and my cousin were gonna start building like gym equipment.
Oh,
kind of welding our own stuff and just selling it at a markdown price, enough for us to make a profit. And
I heard from someone who welds that it's mind numbing.
It is, I assume, but I mean, dude, per pound, you buy weights to work out per pound, right? Usually $1 per pound, for around there, $1.50 max. If you want to buy a bumper plate, which are the fancy ones, the black ones, $2 per pound. That means if you want to buy a 45 plate,
that's like 90.
If you buy Castile, $45. If you buy a bumper plate, $90. Honestly, not that bad because those things last you forever. You take care of them, it's like one time purchase. Done.
But like it's just steel, no?
That's good.
It's just steel, so it's like whoever made it, cast iron. It's just whoever made it. It's like,
oh, so you think that's a lot? No, my friend. I actually sold some weights recently. Bumper plates, $3 a pound. I sold it for $600, like $650, something like that. Dude, that's how much it's going. That's how inflated the market is. So that's why me and my cousin were like, dude, if we make some platforms for deadlifting, if we make some racks and stuff like that and sell it really low, undercut people, because this is our stuff.
That's a tactic I love. When you undercut the whole competition, you kind of just make everyone else force them to like go under.
Gotcha. Force them to go under, but or just
force
bring
them
the
to
market
break
down.
the price go down.
Yes,
That's what I meant. I didn't mean to like actually put people out of business.
we just kind of we're gonna start a little tiny. We're thinking to make this a quick money, but I mean, it's over. Gyms are open.
I think I've actually brought down like 2 businesses down from my ventures.
Really?
It's funny, but like I know it's like kind of an asshole move to like laugh about it, but
Yeah,
it's funny because
Is it really?
yeah, because there were assholes who were like over like gouging their prices.
Okay.
So like,
What do you do? What you do to these
like
businesses?
all right, so one of them was like sell electronic stuff I had, like
Okay.
so like some pretty decent like PC parts and stuff,
Okay.
and like there was this little shop that would like sell
Oh God,
their goddamn
you're
shit.
the devil.
No, but they would sell their shit for like 3 times the price,
Gotcha. That's their fault then.
and so I would just like advertise outside,
What do you mean?
like put like little
Like a sign outside their store, their storefront?
like nearby, not exactly
Okay.
on there.
I'm like, you're a fucking scum, man. I like it.
If it was,
Hey, dude, it's the market, man. You gotta survive.
yeah, and then like a few months later, they're not there no more.
Oh shit. That might have not been you. That might have been the Ronas, but you you definitely didn't help. You definitely didn't help. I hope you made some money out of that though. This is how we're staying afloat.
Yeah.
I sold all my camera equipment. The only reason this is only an audio podcast and not a video podcast is because I sold my cameras, my drones, and stuff like that. Because I needed some money. I don't have my business. I need to pay my car, and I'm like, this thing's lying around. Haven't used it in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Sell all my equipment. Good thing I didn't sell my sound equipment. We're doing this.
But you need your sound equipment.
This is my business. Hint, hint. Anyways,
No, not a hint.
Really?
Not really.
There you go. We're fucking. This is cringe. What do you got next? What's something good you have?
Oh, so we were just talking about price gouging, right? So I'll go into that. How people who basically goddamn inflated the market
Oh, okay.
for all cleaning supplies, hand sanitizers, Clorox wipes, all stuff that like that's related to cleaning.
Okay.
And like I want to talk about the dude who got busted with 17,700 bottles of hand sanitizers.
Fuck that dude, by the way.
His name was Mr. Colvin.
Mr. Colvin.
So he would buy the hand sanitizer for $5, right?
Mm-hmm.
He would then post them back up on Amazon for $70.
Holy shit. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure people were buying that at the beginning.
Yeah, people were buying it.
Definitely.
So at first he had a interview because as soon as the attorney general for his state, I think it was Wisconsin, somewhere in the middle in the center U.S.
Was it? It wasn't California? I
No,
heard
it was
a
not
San
California.
Diego dude who FBI got him or something. So this is some other guy, man.
This is some other guy. This is somewhere in the center of the
Fuck them
U.S.
both. Fuck everyone who did that, by the way.
This guy, he as soon as the attorney general started like investigating the claims of price gouging,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of forced him to like stop selling. But before anything of that happened, Amazon themselves
Yeah, I heard. Okay, so that is the guy.
took him out of the marketplace.
Listing, right? I know
Yeah.
eBay did the same and like.
Yeah, but the dude's problem was that he went to the news and he's saying,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be like this shouldn't
It's a
happen
free
because
market,
it's a
something
free
like that.
market, some shit like that.
But we have laws for that.
We have
can't do that.
laws.
Yeah, specifically items that are like necessities and stuff like that. Like
Oh, okay. Look, so during the first article I read about him, right? No, the first article,
or alcohol.
no article.
Okay.
All right, so
You're
he went to the news, right? He went to the news and tried to sell his stories, saying this shouldn't happen. It's a free economy. This is
Did
like
hear that? Mm-hmm.
this is my business. They shouldn't do this to me. He went to the news and tried to get sympathy from the public for price gouging.
Yeah. What were you fucking expecting, bro? Like, oh yeah, dude. Like, go ahead and sell that. Like that fucking what do you call it? Hand sanitizer for $70.
$70.
$70.
Holy. And then the funny part is after he did that whole interview with the news, and it was several news places, right?
Yeah, I heard about him. I know we are talking about the same guy.
Yeah,
There's
probably.
another guy in Cali who did the same thing.
And like soon after that, the actual attorney general for his state kind of investigated him, and
Shit.
they seized all his supplies.
They see saw his. Oh yeah. Okay. So this. Yeah.
So he had like 2 or 3 self-storage spaces.
Yeah. I heard like also his garage was packed and stuff with like boxes.
It was all packed.
The first 2 weeks when it was pandemonium here in Cali, oh my god, it was
It was not only here; it was everywhere.
Dude, the cool part that my manager's really nice because normally we're not allowed to buy stuff ourselves. We have to until we clock out and we actually become a customer, quote unquote.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to take anything. But he's like, no, fuck that. I'm gonna protect my employees. I shouldn't have him. I don't know if that was. I don't know if that was against company policy.
No one knows who you are.
Right, one viewer. I'm sure he's not gonna snitch on us.
They're gonna. You're gonna get doxxed, right? Then we know your last name. That's it. It's over.
It's over. Anyways, he helped us out, dude. He's like, all right, we close the registers are gonna stay open because we close the store early to like disinfect and restock and stuff like that. Because it's crazy times. He's like, during that time, we're not closing the registers, so all employees are eligible to buy stuff. And during that time, the trucks will come in with the loads for the next week.
Yeah, so brand new, like.
And right out of the pallets, our employees were allowed to get toilet paper and hand sanitizer and stuff like
necessities.
that. Dude, it's like, it was insane. Then people would wait outside like it's Black Friday for toilet paper.
It was, that's it. That's something I wanted to talk about. What was the obsession with toilet paper?
What the fuck is the obsession? I would think, all right, pre-Rona, because none of us have experiences. What would you think is the first thing to go? I would think fruit.
I would think food or water.
Food. I mean, I was also telling people, why water, bro? You have the faucet. We live in Cali. We're not in Flint, Michigan.
We're not in Flint. Oh
I'm going to hell. We got clean water. Drink it. Buy a filter if you want, dude.
Did you know how many people don't drink from the water just because they think it tastes bad? You got yourself a filter.
Check it out. You got Kirkland water right here, but dude, we do have a filter, and I do drink from there.
All right, so I have a filter, but it's in the fridge. It's one of those fridge.
Oh,
yeah, where you basically
that's cool.
Water dispenser from the fridge.
That's all right though. I mean, we have Kirkland too, but it's just because we go run.
But my dad refuses to like drink tap water for some reason.
Dude, tap water is gross, but dude, our tap water is nowhere as bad as Georgian tap water. I think tastes like swamp and like nasty in wood.
Are you going to say ass sweat?
No, dude, Georgian tap water tastes like fuck, man. It tastes like I don't know, dude. It tastes like alligator or something.
like alligator.
It tastes like you're drinking a fucking catfish. It's gross, dude. It's gross.
That sounds bad.
We're fine. We were able to drink. People say tap water is cleaner. I might not buy that. I don't know. It doesn't taste as good, dude. I'm Dasani all the way. But
yeah,
yes, I would think during a pandemic, first thing I did go for was canned foods for sure.
Canned foods, yeah.
And dry foods, because those last longest. And then just buy groceries normal. Because I'm just going to go buy groceries. And dude, the grocery shops were fine. I went to the store.
Really?
Okay, so I looked out. I go to like the like the smaller chains. I won't go to like, because I got the Smart and Final next to me right here in the corner. I won't go to any of the stuff. I'll go to Northgate for all of us Southern California dudes.
I went to Northgate, and that's where it was bad too.
Gotcha, but did you go? There's a Northgate here, and since I live in a very Caucasian area this is the only like Latino kind of shop around here, and people who go there kind of go there for only stuff that you kind of get, like the kind of
that you can't get anywhere.
You get some Topo Chicos in there and stuff like that, but no one goes. Tapatio. If you're like a white person, you kind of go there to get yourself a little bit affluent foods. You probably went to Northgate in Long Beach, right? We'll bleep that out. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was packed.
No. I went to the El Super.
Okay, well, yeah, that's your mistake.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
I never had trouble. Honestly, I never had trouble just finding normal stuff, like going to get some tomatoes, some eggs. Milk was kind of rough. Eggs were kind of rough, but nah, dude.
So the first week when the actual Ronas kind of hit us hard.
Yeah.
We were looking at the news and we're like, dumbasses.
Right.
Only to look into our fridge and find it empty. And we're like, fuck, we have to go out to buy stuff.
I didn't have trouble. I had trouble getting shit like Lysol and like toilet. Dude, I was wiping with fucking Kirkland napkins, bro.
Oh no! Like my dad got I don't know where the hell he got it, but he got the shoddiest toilet paper I've ever seen.
Is it the one with the pink packaging?
No, I have no idea. It was clear.
What the
clear? Like, no brand.
It was like half ply, right? It wasn't even full.
It was like half ply, and I was like, "Where did you get this?" He's like, "It's fine. It's toilet paper."
You got like a shaved asshole now. You're shaping your asshole, bro.
We still have it.
It's good though. And when the second wave hits, dude, you'll be right there, bro.
We're right. All right. So like, how long has the Rona been here? For like 2 months?
For a while. And dude, everyone be careful out there.
Just be careful.
I know we're reopening, but that doesn't mean you should let your guard down.
I think it's so mandatory to wear masks.
Yeah, dude, you hit on my last topic. Dude, California and with LA, we're in LA, respectively. Just announced masks are mandatory. But so here's a caveat on that. They're not gonna be enforcing like Gestapo shit. They're not gonna be like, "Hey, put on your mask, we go to jail." Right? We're not gonna get cops beat. We are gonna get cops beating us, but for other reasons.
But that's not for the masks.
For other reasons. I mean,
it's gonna be for bandanas, not for the masks.
We don't know yet. Listen to our George Floyd podcast for that one. Yeah, please. Dude. I mean, what I was.
We need the views. Anything?
We do need the views, please. What I heard is that it's just kind of like incentivize and kind of remind and be like spread awareness. The police I'm saying is with the hardest air quotes possible.
With the hardest air quotes.
Broken arm.
With your broken arm.
I could say that they said in the news, whoever it was some chick saying it, that they're just gonna kind of like spread awareness. They're not really gonna hardcore enforce this law. I call bullshit on that, but to each his own. I don't know. What do you think of the masks?
I feel like people should wear them.
Okay.
It's like think one point I have for wearing the mask is in Japan, right?
And Korea and China.
In Japan, whenever a person is sick, they wear the mask.
Yeah.
You know what? When you see videos of like Japanese cities and there's some people that have masks on,
right? Like
in the past before the coronavirus, it was because they were sick and they don't want to spread the sickness to anyone else.
You hit it in the head. That's what I was gonna say. I think I like it because at least after this, we're not gonna have the stigma of the mask, right? I feel like if people wear masks today, I'm always kind of weirded out. Like, why are you wearing a mask? Mm-hmm. But now it's like if you feel sick, you should wear a mask. Don't spread out your germs like a weirdo.
It's to like not spread it.
Also, from now on, everyone's gonna thoroughly wash their hands now. That's what I think. Like
no, it's gonna wear off like in a few months.
You think so? I like religiously wash my hands now, which I think it's a good thing.
I think I took I have a food handler's manager's license.
I do too.
Yeah, we all have. I think everyone has it.
Yeah, I mean, I worked at Wobble Grill. Shout out to Wobble Grill. So.
No, and I have it right, and like. Basically, one of the first things they teach you is like how to wash your hands and how employees should wash their hands
properly and stuff.
Properly with like hot water as hot as they can tolerate.
Right.
For what is it, 30, 45 seconds?
You have to sing "Happy Birthday" twice.
with soap.
Right. So I sing it. I have my own version of "Happy Birthday." This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. That's it. and I sing that twice while I wash my hands. So I get a solid 6 seconds of running water.
Oh my god, that's so low. That's not good enough.
This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. And then I dry my hands and go to work.
No, but really?
No, not really. We gotta stop doing that fucking cringe, bro. Fucking let me just get my last sip of Jack's because we're about to hit the hour mark.
Oh my god, really? Has it been an hour?
really has been an hour. It's been 58 minutes.
It's almost there.
I'm gonna tell you that honestly, I think this one's a lot better than the first one. We're already
you're saying that right now until you edit it and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? How did we get worse?
I'm gonna start editing it. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna start editing it. I'm gonna start with the edit. And I'm gonna notice that I have an accent and I can't enunciate correctly and my pronunciations are off and I sound like I just jumped the border yesterday. I get
it's fine. We're just illiterate.
We are, dude. We are, and I have 2 degrees. The other day, dude. I'm not even kidding. Go outside. I was kind of just rearranging my stuff. I finally found my 2 degrees.
You just had them in a round.
2 college degrees. I'm getting to my 3rd one in like a semester. Hopefully a decent job if the Rona's.
Oh my god.
I still can't speak. That tells you a lot about the educational system.
The educational system.
Okay, so we just took a small break. We had to go pee.
I had to go pee.
Oh, you had to go pee. I just the cat pooped, so I had to scoop up some poop. Anyways, we're gonna probably
You scooped up some poop.
what happened?
You
What?
didn't do shit.
My girlfriend scooped up some poop. Fuck, we gotta out me, dude, in my own podcast. Or your dick. Anyway, I got nothing else, dude. I got like 2 more talking points. I don't know if you got anything left. We just kind of wrap this bitch up.
Yeah.
Anything interesting that you kind of want to bring up? Also,
You want to talk about Juneteenth?
yeah. Okay, so I right before we started this, I took a Snapchat picture and it said Juneteenth, and I've heard of Juneteenth a lot. What is Juneteenth? You searched it up just before that.
I searched it up today. So before today, I have no idea what it was. So apparently, Juneteenth is.
Wait, can I guess?
Well, yeah.
Was it the
guess.
Emancipation Proclamation?
No.
Okay, fuck me then, whatever's.
All right. Can you guess which state started it though?
Kentucky.
It was Texas.
Texas?
Yeah. So in 1980, Texas started Juneteenth as a holiday to basically celebrate the end of slavery.
Okay.
And it was a state holiday, right? And soon after, surrounding states started celebrating it too, just because they wanted to join in.
Okay. It is in now. I heard they were trying to make it a national holiday. Is it?
Maybe
Right.
they're trying to make it national now, but it's mostly just state level.
Okay. So just kind of like a few states are doing it now. So
Yeah.
this has nothing to do with Emancipation Proclamation. Like you think so?
No, it just celebrates the end of slavery.
Okay.
It started in 1980.
Okay. What? It's been big recently. I assume it's because of the whole thing that's happening.
Because of everything that's been
I think
going on
it's just-
recently.
It's cool.
It gives it more of a spotlight.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I like it. I mean, gave me a nice filter for Snapchat.
Nice.
But
filter.
like joking aside, hey, I wouldn't mind another national holiday. Whoa,
You wouldn't mind
fuck
another
me!
national.
I forgot to
Rude.
silence my phone during that bathroom and scooping break.
Scooping break.
Speaking of, we're gonna stay a little bit on the topic of like Black Power. We're gonna talk about my favorite, Chappelle, dude. I love Chappelle, and he had his new special.
Was it a special? It was just. I thought it was just like like off the record type of thing.
Yeah, it's on, dude. It was kind of like impromptu. It's kind of in the middle, like I think in his own state, in his homeland, and like it's just out in the woods, dude. Like put a stage. A lot of like everyone got COVID tested.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, it wasn't much of a comedy. It was kind of funny and like, oh, should we laugh? It's kind of like it hit you in the feels, man. It was kind of like deep. It was really heavy.
It's something I want to watch later.
Watch it, 100%. This is all goes to that one viewer who's still listening. Listener, I keep saying viewer. Doesn't matter. Watch it. Chappelle kills it. I think, dude, what he said, I couldn't agree more. I got nothing, dude.
All right. So
some people are trying to cancel Rage Against the Machine.
Wait, what? I want to
Dude.
hear that one.
I don't know. I don't got nothing else. I just heard people trying to cancel Rage Against the Machine.
Why? What happened?
I don't know. Probably some conservative people or like some crazy people just like cancel it. It's like canceling is a SJW thing, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's the other side now trying to cancel anti like establishment band.
Anti-establishments.
Dude, don't mess with my Rage Against the Machine, man. Are they still doing shit? Like they're still making songs and like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. They're still pretty popular now.
I like them, but not enough to know if they're making anything. You anything else?
Oh, damn. One of the points I was gonna say is the rise of people who sell masks. Like,
But yeah, dude. People will find a way to make money.
people are finding a way.
That's my boy.
It's like the resilience people need.
We fucking prevail no matter what. That's America right there, man.
That's the American style.
Man, you give us lemons, we make lemonades. You give us Rona, we make masks. Shit. We make I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyways, dude, I'd say we wrap it up. We're at 109.
We're 109. Yeah.
I'm gonna edit the shit out of this still. I assume right now I think we're doing really good, but I think we for sure butcher a lot of this stuff. We're gonna do it.
I'm pretty sure there was a lot of slurring on both our parts.
It's the Jacks, man. It's the Jack. Daniel.
Blame it on the alcohol.
Dude, shout out to my friend Fernando again for recommending me. Shout out to Fiverr and Jester and Augusto for making my logo and my music. We will be back. You know what we're going to talk about next?
It's still up in the air.
I was
There's
just
a
saying
lot
leave
of
it in the
things.
comments, but what if there's
Leave it
no,
in the comments.
What if there's no comments? I don't
No
know.
one's gonna get to the end. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
No one's gonna make it past 5 minutes, bro. So it's like we should have said leave it in the comments before that.
No. You can't be that
Negative.
Yeah, that
Dude,
pessimistic. You have to be optimistic.
If my bar
Two
sets
viewers.
3, because I'm gonna view like 3 times. If my
You're gonna reply. You're gonna put a comment like, "We should do this next time."
you should talk about. I don't know what I want. Halo. I like Halo, man. Shout out to the PS5 got announced.
Oh yeah.
I forgot your PC Master Race.
The I just been seeing the memes of the consoles of how people are just memeing it up how they look. They're just comparing the Xbox to a mini fridge.
Yeah, the Xbox does like a fridge. And the PS5 to a modem.
Wi-Fi modem.
You get the router versus the fridge. This is our 6th generation, buzz.
And like a few of my friends are like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy it day one." I'm like, I'm not gonna buy anything day one because you know how every generation day one is just trash.
Call me a sheep, but I play one thing and one thing only. I mean, I play a lot of games. You know, you'll see me play a lot of things. But one thing is in my heart, in my core. One game that I will love forever. Even the shitty ones, the real shitty ones. And I could have a whole podcast ranting about how shitty Halo 5 is and Halo 4 is. But dude, Halo, I'm going to get a day one just for Halo. That's it.
You're going to get the... What is it? Infinite? Wait.
Halo Infinite. Yeah, Halo 6, Halo Infinite.
Halo Infinite.
100% I'm there, dude. It's been 5 years since the last one. And it was last things. I got nothing.
You got nothing? Oh no. If you ever choke like Gaiden, make sure you try and cough it all out. Don't try to throw it up because if you throw it up, more of it's gonna get stuck.
I don't know. We're just gonna. I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about. Have a good night, everyone, or a good morning, or good luck at work.
Have a good year, I guess. Try live,
dude. It's halfway through the year and it's not.
We're not even halfway through the year.
No, we're halfway, right? The 21st of June or July, which one's halfway?
2nd of July.
That's halfway through June.
That's halfway through the year.
Year.
Yeah, 2nd of July is halfway through the year. We're not even there.
I'm pretty sure 2nd of July is wrong, but we're just gonna leave it there. Everybody, have a good night.
Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good year.
Goodbye. Anyways, we're gonna drink some water bottles. We're trying to jack some water bottles.
Oh, you want to get Jack Addicts? I was gonna say we should.
No, we're not gonna finish the bottle. Get the hell out. We still got more podcasts to record.
You know how much alcohol I have in my fucking room?